all the way from New Jersey, an alumnus of the University of Wisconsin. Let's hear it for Dan Goldman.
Wow. Give it up once again. That is some spiritual, amazing, powerful music we just heard. Prayers and joyful noises. And it set me in a mood. If you'll permit me, I'd like to share a prayer. This year Harvest Fest falls in the 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. For those of you who don't know, Ben's family in Europe, before they came to America, are actually part of a very mystical Jewish tradition. And so I found this prayer and I shared it online. I'd like to share it with you. It says, "At this moment is the universe conceived. At this moment, all things are possible, and all our dreams, all the best and strong and loving corners of ourselves shall rule." It's a Jewish prayer for the new year. And this new year, during these 10 days, it's Jewish tradition that we atone for our sins. We save it all up for 10 days. We get it all out. And so if you'll permit me, I'd like to atone for one of my sins this year. The sin of not having done enough to move this movement forward. The sin of having let some days go by where I didn't do one thing for drug policy reform activism. And I hope that this year I can change that. And I can start being a bigger catalyst for change. And I hope that you will join me, because this year, and forgive me for my sins, and join me in committing that this year we do something every day to make drug policy reform happen. Because I have dreams. I have so many dreams. I have a dream that this time next year, every patient does not suffer for lack of his or her medicine. I have a dream that this time next year, all nonviolent drug war prisoners can be returned to their communities, safe and free to be with their friends and families. I have a dream that students are taught everything they need to know to make an informed decision about what goes into their bodies. I have a dream that America's farmers are free to grow and profit from hemp and cannabis. I have a dream that U.S. foreign policy frees countries like Mexico and Afghanistan and Colombia and countries throughout Africa to deal with drug policy through science and compassion rather than just ramping up militaristic styles and killing. I have a dream that in New York City, where I live, the NYPD stops stopping and frisking and arresting so many young black and Latino men for doing what so many of us do every day, carrying a little bit of cannabis in our pockets. And I'd like to echo the dream that was said a moment ago, that in the future, all of our relations with the police are positive and dealing with mutual respect, and that we work together. Because I have a dream that in the future, all people everywhere enjoy freedom of conscience and the cognitive liberty of what goes into their minds and their bodies. So that this time next year when we gather here, I have a dream that there's 10 times as many people. That this time next year you tell all your friends, come into town for Harvest Fest. It's better than the block party. It's less drunk. It's better than some regular football game. These are your friends and your people. If you bring 10 people and all of them bring 10 people, we will make Harvest Fest once again the premier destination in the Midwest for a marijuana gathering. Because I have a dream that this time next year, Scott Walker is recalled and marijuana is so legal you can buy it on the farmers markets. If you share these dreams with me, join me in committing this year to make these dreams come true. I love you all. I wish you have a happy and safe and Irie Harvest Fest. I'll see you all next year. Peace.
Dan Goldman, everybody. Dan Goldman. Marijuana should be legal, right? He's right. You got to do something every day. You can't just show up. Don't be like some sort of lazy Easter Catholic. You just show up on Christmas and Easter. Don't just show up at Hempfest. Right? Write a letter every day. Send an email every day. Support a prisoner. Try to get a law changed. Argue with your councilman. You know what I'm saying? Send a petition. Do some things. Stay active.